The con tool is useful in our watershed analysis because it will allow us to simplify our data accumulation, our flow accumulation data to create a stream network. So what we're going to be doing is identifying stream cells as stream channels, but we're going to be defining a critical value of what is a stream and what is not a stream. So that critical value tells us it's a threshold that we can say, okay, if the streams have X number of cells accumulating in them, so if it has over a certain number accumulating, we will class those as a river. We'll say, yes, this is a value, we'll mark it as a coded value 1, and we'll say it's a river, or part of our stream network. So let's look at this simplified version of some of the things we've been looking at in the past with our flow accumulation. Oops, wrong way. So we've gotten our flow accumulation here, and let's pretend it's the exact same data set and not one I made up. But we can use the con tool to say, okay, we are only interested in all the raster cells that have a value greater than, let's say 5,500. Wow, my handwriting's bad. 5,500 to represent the stream network. So this is saying if it's over 5,500, then yes, it's a stream. Otherwise, it is not, and we'll say it's a 0. So if it is a stream, it has to have a value over 5,500. So we can say the tool is going to read the raster and go through and define every cell that is over 5,500. Again, apologize for my writing, as part of the river. And then in our lab, we're going to be setting this value to 1. So the value of river equals 1. Or you can just say it's the blue square. So value class is blue. So all these have at least 5,500 cells accumulating. And everything else, it's going to class as 0 or not a stream. So you'll get your raster data output where it will have reclassed, essentially, your raster to identify streams versus not streams. So again, we're setting that threshold value of what makes up the stream. Now, okay, I'm going to simplify this. Now, we could say, well, what if we change our value? Let's take a look at that. Okay, so let's look at that same set of data again. Last time we looked at it with our value had to be, our threshold for a stream or not a stream was greater than 5,500. So if we say we want it greater than, let's say greater than 5,900 for simplicity's sake, then again, the program would go through and identify only the cells. So stream. Only the cells that are greater than 5,900 as part of the river network, the stream network. So you can see, 5,900, so this one would be, okay, 900, 900. And then the rest would be class as 0 or black. Even these values up here would be classed in black. So we can go back and forth between our 5,500, we get more tributaries, more details with a lower threshold value. Higher threshold value, we're just going to be getting, the main channel and, not even the full main channel. But we could increase this, we could go up, or we could go, I should say, we could go down to like 5,000, and we might get additional branches if we had additional data. But right now, that's just explaining with the con tool. It's telling us we're reclassifying, changing the values of cell based on that conditional statement. We decide how many cells need to accumulate to create the river network, and then it produces the output. And it's, an iterative process, something you should do a couple times.